For 10 years, High Noon has helped people break free from secrets and shame to live a life without shadows.
The purpose of this tour is really to bring this message of absolute sex to the world that true parents gave us, that our sexual organs are sacred, they're holy, and they are meant to be reserved only for the marriage blessing. And our sexual energy too. We live in a society that is where sex is everywhere. It's being marketed, sold on the internet, and everywhere we go. And so it's a very combative environment for us to grow up in and to stay true to our ideals.
We want to give blessed families, single or couple, hope of intimacy, hope of clarity on the sexual organ and sex, which is God given to humankind.
Now, the light reaches the Philippines, empowering radiant blessed families to grow in honesty, intimacy, and joy. This is the High Noon World Tour 10-year anniversary. Welcome to Life Without Shadows.
The organizing committee, Kuya Angelo Kuya Angelo dito, Angelito, yan, lahat na, hindi na lang muna. And then of course, every one of you here, I'm deeply grateful. Kasi po, this is my first time being here and been looking forward to a community like this. Yeah, because I honestly had, maybe too early, but I have to be very forward. I had a broken youth. For so long, guess how old I am? Never mind, don't ask. I had been keeping that deep grudge, I should say, to myself and to the people around me. And this has helped me a lot to break through, truly. And yeah, I did not testify here yesterday because I was just keeping it, and I'm really trying to pull all my courage to be able to stand before you here, guys. And then my experience might be relatable to everyone, but I think this is not the time for me to divulge to everybody. But I really look forward that I could have a beautiful chance to discuss it with Sir Ravi and then the other, of course, everyone, in order for us to become helpful in a way, in my own simple way. My experiences might be able to become helpful to extend our community, especially protect the young people, and you can have a non-judgmental community which has started right now, right here. So I had beautiful experience yesterday as a parent. It is not easy, and then we have been raised up wrongly with a very judgmental thinking. Yeah, because this is not our fault, but this is something that we can work out together. And I really believe that this beautiful collaboration will bring us to a truly heavenly community, I should say. The one that we are looking forward, posturing. We wanted in the external world, we want peace, something like that. A place, a community that there is no judgment or prejudice to every opportunity that we can have, and we can truly be able to exercise our fullest potential as being created originally by our loving heavenly parent. The so-called, I don't know wherever the denomination you come from, but the ultimate being who created each one of us, which our parents had, where our parents came from too. So yeah, to High Noon, Eureka, victory for this very day. I know that many of us here are still in the process. It might not be as brave as I could be because, of course, I'm a lot older. But for the young people, believe us, believe this beautiful people here. They are truly, truly sincere of creating that community for each one of us to live together as a family. So I think that's all lang po. Maraming salamat po. Thank you for more young kids here from Mindanao. Yay! And I hope that we can get started a cute community there, but a truly genuine and helpful one. Thank you so much once again po.
Thank you. Thank you po, Tita. Let's give a round of applause po kay Tita Sylvia for representing parents. And I would like to call po to represent the singles and the community of the second generation, Kuya Hiroto. Let's give him a round of applause. Oh, is married. Please, I would like to correct po, Kuya Hiroto is married. So please give him a round of applause, please po.
Okay, so first of all, good morning, brothers and sisters. Yes, so first of all, to our high noon uncle, uh, thank you so much for coming to this here in Antipolo. My name is Hiroto Gingayan. I am from Antipolo City. And I am standing as the Blessed Children head here in the Philippines. And I am really grateful for this opportunity, this workshop. Really reawaken myself, me myself, because honestly, when I was appointed also to become this position, a lot of doubts, a lot of worries. That's why to all my blessed children community here, even I have this position right now, I'm not also perfect. I'm not that very good, or I'm not in that standard that you become like me. But me myself, I really felt something open up that I need to really stand as the blessed children head. And then this through this workshop, I really reflected that I need to stand for my co-blessed children here in the Philippines. That's why, especially for those blessed children that we met here, I didn't expect that a lot of blessed children from Mindanao, from Region 1, Region 2, everywhere from this part of the Philippines gathered here in High Noon. Of course, not only blessed children, but all brothers and sisters who are here. I felt that this community, this High Noon, really make this gathering for us to really revive our life and spirit. And then, of course, also, I think when also this Blessed Children community started here in the Philippines, before me, there was other Blessed Children who was standing. And I think it is also maybe almost 10 years also. That's why I really feel that I want to have this strong determination to really become like this program, High Noon, really showing a very big, very strong model for our community, especially for our movement, for our heavenly parents and true parents. That's why all of us together, let's stand as a person who will have this kind of High Noon spirit, really no doubts. And then one question that it really struck me is, when was the time you feel the most pure? That question really struck me the most because, yeah, when I really reflected, and I'm also blessed. And then, before the blessing, there was one of the blessed family department who I confessed everything. And then that BFD told me that, okay, thank you so much for sharing to me. So it's your time to share to your parents next. So honestly, I have very, very not far, but I really hate reporting to my parents or confessing all the problems. But after this confession, I really felt the love of heavenly parents and true parents. And this is the time I feel the most pure, that everything removed. Of course, I'm not the perfect or the very pure person, but I think it's really time for us to really remove this kind of shadow within ourselves. That's why, brothers and sisters, let's all do our best together after this workshop and really bring a victorious dreams in each and every one of you, in our goals, in our community, in your family, within ourselves. So thank you so much for this opportunity. Thank you so much, brothers and sisters. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you, Kuya. Thank you, Kuya Hiroto. Thank you, Kuya Hiroto. So, as what you have done, so please, after this workshop, please go back to your home and have a conversation to your parents And it feels so good. It feels so good to receive that grace from your parents. Okay. So thank you. And I would like now to give the mic to our founders of High Noon for the closing message. So let's please give them a round of applause. This will be their last moment to speak at the front.
Hello, brothers and sisters. So instead of words from the founder, I'd like just to share with you as an uncle. I really look at true parents as the founders of High Noon. They're the ones that showed us the way of High Noon, told us we need to live lives without shadows in order to feel love of our Heavenly Parent. So I really want to honor them. And also I'd like to thank our leaders, President Ronnie, such a wonderful man, President Leo before him, and all your other leaders, really amazing leaders, and they really want you to experience this kind of transformation in your lives. Holy Mother Han wants us to be like pure water. She tells us we are pure water. So yeah, what is it to be pure water? Pure water it's the state that we have to be. And she wants us to know that our Heavenly Parent loves us. And our parents, our physical parents love us. All of our ancestors, they love us. Do you feel that your brothers and sisters love you? We are loved. You are loved. How pure is pure water, and where do we start? Holy Mother Han reminds us peace starts with me. So that's where we begin. Each of us need to begin with ourselves. So if you've got a lot of trash floating around in your water, it's pretty obvious where you need to start, right? Filtering out the dirt. What about microorganisms? So if you don't have a lot of trash, does that mean that you're okay, that you're living absolute sex and you're living with sexual integrity? I can just check off that box. What does it mean to go the way of absolute sex? For singles, it means going the way of absolute sexual purity. And for those who are blessed, it means sharing and saving and sharing our sexual organ and our sexual energy only with our spouse. And we shouldn't get freaked out by the term absolute. It only means that God isn't going to change his standard. We have to change our standard. And it's not going to happen overnight. Heavenly Parent loves you so much, and he's got a lot of patience, and he will hold your hand as you go through the process. From my experience, this is a beautiful way to go. Although it doesn't happen immediately, this is the way I want to live my life. Would you like to hear how High Noon plans to achieve our goals? Yes, baby Jesus. Our goal at High Noon is to change the world through sex. And that's a pretty big goal, isn't it? Holy Mother Han wants to change the world and to establish a world of peace. And it requires many different ways to do that. People have to be working in many different areas, on diplomacy, on politics, on economics, on the world global environment and rise levels. We want to change the world through sex, and this is our plan, through the ripple effect. And I first saw the ripple effect after the original High Noon Summit. Somebody came up to me and they wanted to share with me that they had quit masturbation after so long. 20 years, and they were blessed. And they thanked me. And I couldn't remember seeing them at the High Noon Summit. So I asked them, were you involved in one of our programs? They said, no, I wasn't at the High Noon Summit. I wasn't at one of your programs. Somebody who was at the High Noon Summit shared with me. And that's how the ripple effect works. So this is High Noon's 10-year goal. You ready? 1,000 people going through our programs this year, 2,000 next year, 4,000 the year after. That's our plan, to attend Holy Mother Han and to change the world through sex. This year, our goal is 1,000. And we want to double that every year. Do you know how many that will be after 10 years? You can get out your calculators, but I'll save you the work, okay? It's 500,000 people will have gone through High Noon programs and will be involved in High Noon culture in 10 years from now. The first 10 years are with our members, with our brothers and sisters. And then in our second 10 years, we want to reach out to the communities. And again, doubling our impact every year. Do you know how many that will be after 10 years? 500 million people. This is our plan to change the world through sex. You might say, Uncle Dave, you're crazy. I've been accused of that before. But I believe this is possible. In True Father's opening speech in the inauguration of Family Federation, he asked the world leaders, what will the world look like in the future if it is a world that values the sexual organs? Will that world prosper or perish? We're all part of Family Federation. True parents believed that we could change the world through sex. Father told the leaders that if their citizens go back to their nations and value their sexual organs, that the world will prosper. But now 30 years later, even we who are members of the church, we're not valuing the sexual organs. When blessed families can truly get this, and when we can value our sexual organs, then the world will change. A huge shift is going to happen, the shift that Holy Mother Han desires. We are guardians of our purity, guardians of our husband's purity and our wife's purity, and our brothers and sisters, our children's purity for parents, and our community's purity. And we're here to declare that we're done being silent. We're done being ashamed, right? We're done being victims of a secular world. And we're done letting the porn industry define what sex is for us. We were made for more than cheap thrills or instant gratification, and for the illusion of intimacy. We were made for love and for connection with a real person, for love that lives and love that lasts, love that affirms and respects each other. True Father instructed us to start a pure love movement. He said, I directed you to create a pure love movement. None of the leaders in the colleges, high schools, and middle schools can carry out the pure love movement. We are the only ones. No one can argue with this. It is only we who can do it. We have been ordained by heaven to take this historic responsibility. We have been ordained by heaven to take this historic responsibility. The pure love movement is fueled by 100 conversations, becoming 1,000 conversations, becoming 1,000,000 conversations. One young man shared with me that his dad had never talked to him about sex before or about pornography. But now his dad is talking a lot more to his younger siblings. Story after story. We hear stories from people we've never met, living in places we've never been to, sometimes places we've never heard of, tell us that they've started a high noon program in their community. And that's the power of a movement. So what does it take to begin a movement? The first thing you need is a passionate leader who inspires others and who is willing to give their life for the sake of what they believe. We happen to have two of those leaders, true parents. Next, a moral injustice, which threatens our human dignity. We've got $1 billion industry that profits off of kids and brokenness. Next, the movement needs to provide a solution and a way to stop the injustice. That's absolute sex. Lastly, a mass of individuals who embrace a singular vision. That's each of you. We've got what it takes. Everyone here has their own personal journey and challenges in the area of sex, whether it's growing our sexual integrity, developing intimacy with our spouse, or parenting our kids in a very hypersexualized world. Each one of us are part of this movement. We are the message. And think about it, you are somebody's miracle. How would it feel to become somebody's miracle? So if you're ready to fight for a world where love is real, the world that Holy Mother Han is leading us into, the world where people are respected as children of God, and where your sexuality is a source of pride, not shame, then I invite you to stand with me and become guardians of your purity. It starts with a decision. I will live for love, not lust. I commit to heal myself, and I will openly share my story with the people I love. We are pure water. We are creating a pure love movement, and we are just getting started. Thank you very much, brothers and sisters.